Anthony Slater here with Eric Horn inside the Peak after what I'd say was a surprising Thunder loss tonight. 116-104 to a talented but not that great Sacramento team. Kevin Durant didn't play tonight, which was kind of the story we learned at shoot-around. He had a sprained toe from back in the Charlotte game. Mm-hmm. He'd be out at least tonight, maybe a few more games beyond this. And it was a factor. Obviously Durant's offense is big, but so was his defense. And, Sacramento has 68 points in the first half, season high for an opponent against the Thunder. And, that was the story early on.
Yeah, and it was one of the rare instances where the Thunder also got beat on the rebounds, too. DeMarcus Cousins struggled in his first game here a month ago where he only had 13 points and 10 rebounds, and he beasted tonight. I mean, he was great. He shot he didn't shoot a great percentage, but he ended up with 33 and 19. I mean, had a great game.
19 rebounds for Cousins, 18 combined for Ibaka, Adams, and Cannon.
Yeah.
And that tells you a lot right there. Then Rajon Rondo had 19 assists. But, it was Durant's defense that was missing more than we expected in the first half. Mm-hmm. But it was his offense in the third quarter that, was really missing. The Thunder only scored 16 third-quarter points. This is kind of when the Kings pulled away a little bit. And a lot of that was bad shots, bad shot selection. Key among that would be Russell Westbrook. He went 0 of 8 in the third quarter. Dion Waiters went 0 of 3. So combined 0 of 11 from those two, and two of those shots were late in the third quarter, kind of a strange 2-for-1 the Thunder went, where Westbrook raced down with 30 seconds left, line drive to bad 3, and then that only left 4 seconds left on the 1 for the Thunder, where Waiters just missed a kind of a 3. I guess he was forced into, but just bad shot selection in the second half.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing from Westbrook, too, considering how well he started and how well he was distributing the ball in the first half. I mean, he had a double-double by halftime, and he ended up finishing with 7 turnovers. And a lot of those turnovers came late in the game where he seemed like he was pressing to make some passes.
Yeah, this is the Kings' first win ever in Oklahoma City. And it is also the Thunder's first loss this season against what has been a surprisingly bad Western Conference, I'd say. Mm-hmm. I believe they were something like 9-0 at home against the West before tonight. But again, we don't know. We probably don't even think Durant's going to play on Wednesday, and it's another tough game. The Memphis Grizzlies in here. I know the Thunder has beaten the Grizzlies twice in Memphis this season, but they're starting to play a little bit better, and the Thunder without Durant, you don't know how they're going to look.
Yeah, and a game against the Grizzlies is always going to be tough. I mean, you had that rare outlier last game when the Thunder went to Memphis and just ran them off the floor, but I wouldn't expect the Grizzlies to come in here and just lay down, especially with Kevin Durant not on the floor.
Yeah, here's Billy Donovan, George Karl, and some of the other players talking about tonight's Thunder loss.
Come by here in Oklahoma City, but you guys were able to fight through some early adversity and come out with the win. What ignited that turnaround for you?
I don't know. I mean, we just didn't have a lot of defensive focus early in the game, and Ibaka made shots, which we were kind of part of the game plan was if we give something up, let's give Ibaka shots. We had a guy on the court that we wanted to leave open, and we didn't leave open as much as we should have. But I thought that when we put Bellinelli in the game offensively, we got some rhythm and some excitement about it. But I thought I challenged the team. I thought the bench was pivotal in this game, and our bench was dominant. Costa was incredible. Our bigs were very, very good. We didn't give up transition situations. Even though at times I thought we were a little scary in the fourth quarter, as we've been all year. But I think in general, we kept the turnovers under control. I thought we passed the ball as a team and we tried to get guys involved.
The bigs were very active tonight, especially in transition with rim runs. And what is the difference that makes for Rajon, especially in the point guards when they're in there, to be able to kind of conduct the offense?
19 assists is an incredible night on any given night. But, I think we're going to get better at half-court execution. I don't think we're that bad there, but we're definitely much better when we play in the open court. And Rajon's our motor. And DC's had some good games lately. When we don't have Rajon, we get a good point guard play with him. But I think it's just play as a team. I know players sometimes think that, but
made our job a little bit easier on defense. But I think we were able to key in on Russ tonight. and make the other guys try to win the game.
So you know, in the fourth quarter, they trying to make a little run. When we are able to do this, to be able to kind of stamp that out and then extend the team.
They made a little run, but we stopped the bleeding early and gained control of the game.
So you always say that no matter how you're playing offensively, you can always rebound. You have a 19-rebound game. You had a 16-1 out in Indiana. Are you starting to just feel better again physically, getting explosiveness back in your legs? You do that?
Does it look like it?
A little bit, yeah.
I think slowly. I'm probably going to be walking out of here a little ugly. I think I'm coming back a little bit slowly.
First game against the Thunder, struggling with the first game that came up. Dominated with Stephen Mills on the floor. Could you sense that it getting frustrated when they get down?
I can't really say that. I don't think. One thing I know about they're not really a team that just rap. And, that's something I've always been impressed like about their team, especially their bigs. They never really do rap. So, like I said, I can't really answer.
It looked like you were having a little fun with the crowd at the end of the game. Become your crybaby. What you think about that?
Now she told me I had like her 8-year-old. I told her that she has a great 8-year-old.
And then very similar, I think, to last time we played them, their ability to score quickly and score in a hurry. They got back into the game, and going into the half, it's a 2-point game, and I really thought that we struggled offensively to really get anything going, making shots, doing those things, and then I thought both in the first half and the second half we put them to the free throw line. Some of that was on me because probably 6 of the free throws we tried to put them to the line, but outside of those few there coming down and try to get back into the game, I thought, we put them to the free throw line, way too much. But, statistically, it was pretty even all the way through in terms of shooting percentage, those things. The rebounding and the free throw line I thought hurt us. And I thought we did a better job taking care of the basketball than we did last time we played them. So give them credit. They really, I thought, made some shots and got themselves to the free throw line. BCThunder.com. Anything that you noticed, just a common thread on those fouls? Any particular situations in which they were making them or generating them? Well, some of it was, they got some offensive rebounds. Cousins did, a couple other guys, and some putbacks we fouled, and then obviously on some drives. They're a very, very explosive and aggressive team in transition. We fouled some in transition. They got to the bonus early, I thought, quite, frequently and quite often. But it was a combination. It wasn't just one thing. We've put teams to the free throw line on rebounding. This was really coupled by a lot of different things. And, we had some guys, jumping through the air, leaving the feet. We had a lot of different things that attributed to the fouls.
Given how good of a night Morrow and Ibaka had, how much of Durant's absence was a factor in this game?
Well, you're going to have injuries. I got enough confidence in the rest of these guys. I thought Anthony stepped up at Morrow, in that starting role there and gave us a really, really good game and played well.
That 17-0 run late in that first quarter, did you notice any differences between where you guys were playing early and then what may have changed?
Second unit came in, we just weren't locked in, we were focused. I know coming up next game, we have to be locked in and focused when the second unit comes back.
They obviously Cousins had a big night for them. Offensive rebounds were a big deal. What did you notice out there in terms of being the differences in this game as it went on?
One of the main things we talked about was getting back on defense. Cousins had a great game. We just have to focus on what we got to get, what we got to do, focus on what we got to do in practice, and just transfer it to the game. Just keep doing what we've been doing.
Where defensively, Cam, do you feel like you'll need to make adjustments? Monty Williams mentioned at half, maybe you were switching at times when you didn't need to. Was there just confusion defensively?
Basically just the game plan, like you said, like switching, things like that. It's just the game plan. Main thing is that their team was good in transition. So we got to be on a lot of transition plays. That was one of the big keys coming into the game, was getting back in transition.
Just play harder than us. We started off well. I just thought we just keep it up throughout the game.
Out-rebounded or defense, where did you think were the biggest differences? Where were they able to beat you guys?
Transition. They got in transition, got some easy points, got themselves going.
What was the issue in transition, crashing the offensive glass too much, or why were they able to get some of the weak guys?
I don't know. We got to look at it and see. But they definitely had a lot of points in transition.
You guys seem to be building that fourth quarter, cut it to 8. happened down the stretch to not be able to kind of completely come back?
You need to make shots, some key turnovers, and also transitions.
Is there a level of frustration in the fourth quarter, be it from some of the calls y'all weren't getting or some of the shots y'all were missing?
I mean, just frustrated that we're losing the game.